Year wrap-up. I'm your host, Jody Marine. This year has been jam-packed with excitement, especially considering the upcoming election. Earlier this year, we were able to interview one of the candidates. While Dr. Snootopia didn't make it, she certainly made an impact on our show. Hi, Dr. Snootopia. Welcome. What is the program that you are involved in exactly?
I am a futurist, and I'm part of the project White House, and that is with the Tucson Weekly, the newspaper. They found out that anyone in Arizona who is of age can apply to run for president.
Wow.
And you didn't have to pay any money, you didn't have to have any signatures, so I decided, well, I'm going to run.
That is so interesting. Who started it? The program?
Well, it was your journalist teacher. Jim, yes, he did. And it's been so much fun. I never realized how much fun democracy is, because we don't have much democracy. Our universities are dictatorships. You learn authoritarian rules in classrooms. The grading system is very hierarchical. So we don't know about democracy. There's not much of it in our daily lives.
Especially for us students, I know. When was it started? When did he start it?
It's been a couple of weeks, and there's a blog that you can go on to.
I've seen it, actually.
Yeah, go and look at it if you can, and make comments. You can even post YouTube comments so that we have feedback. You know, it's very important to make this thing work, because it's a model of electronic democracy. It's cutting edge, and students should be involved with this.
I know YouTube will help students be involved. How is it funded?
Well, campaigns are funded by private, donations up to $5,000. But mine is funded by freedom. I'm just doing it for free. I'm trying to promote these ideas as best I can, so this is why I'm here. This is what television should be doing. We need and we need campaign finance reform, so every candidate has an equal access to the media.
Okay, and how have you been getting the word out to everybody?
I've been emailing. I've been going to the city council, because my platform is that I want to build an arcology, that is an ecological city on Arizona state trust land. Right now, the trust land is being sold to developers to build shopping mall, residential area complexes. And arcologies are car-free cities. They're high-tech, like a starship. And I think that people your age need starships at this point. We need to be living in a different way than these very much sprawled out cities where you have to get in your car. Most people commute 2 hours a day.
I know.
You know, it's insane. You have an insane world, and it's going to be a different pattern of design that's going to save us.
Exactly.
And we need it to be based on sacred geometry, on a sacred understanding of the land, like go back to what the Native Americans knew, that no one owns the land. So then you go into from an owner-based society to a user-based society. Like how this television station works. You know, nobody owns this equipment, and all of you are participating with the equipment. Well, that's how our lives should be. It should be a collective.
Yes, I agree. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Well, I'm really asking the media, particularly people that are in the newspaper, on television, in the radio, to join this campaign, find out who these candidates are, bring them on, because we need alternative ideas, and our mainstream candidates are not proposing the kind of radical changes we need in order to build evolutionary cities. It's a real consciousness revolution. And these campuses need to be buzzing with this kind of activity. We need all of the resources that this campus has, all of the brain power to build new kind of cities. It's a tremendous task to convert our culture to solar energy, to wind power. Why don't you have any solar collectors on every building outside there? You know, that's what needs to happen. You need to have permaculture on the mall there. You know, permaculture is vegetable plants that we can eat on. We don't need grass lawns in the desert. We need to be conserving our water. So there's just so many things that need to change, and the campuses should be the leader of that.
Definitely.
And it's up to you students, because the administrators are not going to do it. I was at the University of Massachusetts for nearly 20 years, and I got a good look at how the administration works. And they're making big money, and they're not really supportive of the future.
We got to push them, obviously.
Absolutely. So to build these new kind of cities on Arizona State Trust land is a mass movement. But we're stuck right now. Our civilization is stuck, and we need to move it. And so we have to find that energy within to make this, I call it Levolution, which is a nonviolent worldwide transformation of building a network of our ecologies on Earth and out in space.
So, Levolution.
Levolution. Yeah, you got to get that word out.
Levolution.
You got to do it, and then set up study groups to look at military research on campus. Who is doing the military research? How can we get rid of the ROTC? You know, how can we convert this university into being a center for building our ecology?
Well, good luck.
Oh, I just want to say too that Arizona is a wonderful place to start this, because we have so much sun. And if we want to figure out how to use the water wisely, then we need to build new kind of cities.
Definitely. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, we have your campus events. Stay tuned. Well, we need to take our first break, but when we get back, we'll have the scoop on this year in sports.
7, 8, now a leg change, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, use the arms, 6, 7, 8.
So Andy, what is it that you like most about being an anchor on Daily Dose?
Oh, I love getting the news out to the people. I like to write my own stuff, and it's great experience. Everybody on campus gets to see my face. I just love coming here, all the people, and it's just great. Jess, what do you like most about being an anchor on Daily Dose?
That's easy. The fact that you don't have to wear pants when you do the news.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger.
Welcome back. Though this year hasn't been the greatest for sports, our softball team had the opportunity to play with the All-Stars. Natalie Sepulveda has more.
It was an exciting night at Hillenbrand Stadium when the U.S. national softball team kicked off their tour facing none other than the Arizona Wildcats. A sold-out crowd packed into the stadium to welcome back former Wildcat players Jenny Finch, Alicia Hollowell, Lovey Jung, and Caitlin Lowe. And of course, the man who helped guide their careers, Coach Mike Candrea. And as we found out, all friendships were put aside for the competition.
You know, I think Coach tries to instill in us that, it's a 0-0 ball game no matter what the scoreboard says, and, always compete like that no matter what inning it is or what the scoreboard is.
What started out to be a decent game quickly turned into a blowout when Team USA got rolling and put on a hitting clinic. Unfortunately, not even pitcher Taryn Mowat nor the Arizona defense had what it took to stop the power-hitting national team. The grass was not much greener on the other side as the Wildcats struggled at bat, facing arguably some of the best pitchers in the world. For Coach Candrea, the trip home was anything but easy. Candrea, who is taking time off from Arizona to coach the national team in their preparation for the Olympics, was emotional as he talked about playing against his college team.
It's tough to play against people that you've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into, and you want them to do well, and on the other hand, I love this team too, and I want them to do well, so it's kind of a no-win situation.
Despite the huge loss, Arizona pitcher Taryn Mowat remained optimistic about the experience gained to compare her team to the best in the world.
It was a really good experience. I mean, we got to kind of see how we are compared to the best in the world. And I thought, the first couple innings, we gave them a pretty good run for their money. And I think they were a little nervous in the beginning. But I thought overall there's a lot of bright spots. Our hitters came out aggressive, and it was definitely a good game.
Jenny Finch, who led the Wildcats to a national title in 2001, was also very excited to be back at her old stomping grounds.
It's always great, just to step onto Hillenbrand, but yet step into a sellout crowd, and just to see faces that I haven't seen in a while. And my heart's with those girls, and I'm a Wildcat at heart, and I always will be. And so it's always tough, I think, playing them, but at the same time, we have a job to do, and that's prepare for the Olympics.
Whether it be Team USA or the Wildcats, Arizona fans will continue to show their love and support as they cheer them on wearing red and blue. Natalie Sepulveda, UATV.
Thanks, Natalie. He's at every game cheering the Wildcats on, but he isn't a student nor a professor. Our sports correspondent Natalie Sepulveda has more.
Joe Cavallari has never hit a home run, never scored a touchdown, nor has he made a three-pointer for the Wildcats. But still, every Arizona fan knows who he is. For 30 years, he has owned his game, inspiring Arizona fans to cheer the Wildcats on to victory. And it all started with a little ooh and a little ah.
Well, back in 1979, I went to the baseball game and stopped to watch him play. Went and sat on the third base side. For some reason, I got up and started doing a cheer, ooh, ah, Sockatoon Wildcats. Whenever I got up and did that, something good happened, so I kept doing it through the game. We ended up winning the game like 22-21, something like that. It was a very, very high-scoring game with Cal. We were playing Cal. I went back the next night, they won. I went back the next night, they won. I figured that was my 15 minutes of fame, and that was it, Went to the first football game in the fall. The crowd started going, ooh, ah, as soon as I walked in, so I did football games. And then Fred Snowden called me into his office at the time and said, hey, ooh, why don't you do basketball games? Will you do that for me? I said, sure. I got to really be part of the program. I felt like I was the sixth man going off the bench,
Although some people may believe the ooh-ah man to be bold and fearless, he does in fact have insecurities, just like the rest of us. Believe it or not, after decades of practice, he still gets a little stage fright before making his dramatic appearance.
After 30 years of doing this, I'm still nervous. Still scared that nobody's going to cheer. Still scared I'm going to do something wrong or screw up or whatever. And I go down there, and then they let me walk out. And immediately when I walk out, it's like a different person takes over my body. I'm basically a shy person, believe it or not.
With hundreds of games under his belt, the ooh-ah man has had plenty of time to perfect his act.
I walk out there and I start taking off the clothes and just throwing everything. I'm not even really looking at the crowd because I make eye contact with somebody, then I get nervous. So I just kind of wander around, get everybody up, and when I see everybody up, I do the spell out, the A-R-I-Z-O-N-A. I do it twice, and then I go and try to point to the band first because the band knows I'm going to do the U of A, and they'll do it the loudest for me. I'll point to them first, and I'll start going to sections. When I get to enough of every section doing a cheer, then I get everybody up. Everybody does it for a little while, and then I get off the floor, and then it's a big relief after I've gotten off the floor, but I just hope that by the time I got off the floor, I inspired the crowd enough to stay in the game, hopefully win the ball game.
Every appearance is historic, and every crowd is boosted with more energy. Adding to the rich tradition of the university is Joe Cavallari, the ooh-ah man. Natalie Sepulveda, UATV.
Thanks, Natalie. Well, that's it on your sports update, but when we get back from our second break, we'll review the campus clubs. Stay tuned.
you do that right now. Please.
Welcome back. Ever wanted to canoe down the Salt River or scuba dive in Mexico? Well, we interviewed a representative from Outdoor Adventures, and he gave us the scoop on the way to have an exciting vacation. Hi, Danny.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
Doing fine.
Thanks for being at UATV with
Oh,
us.
thanks for having me.
So, I had a couple questions about Outdoor Adventures. And how long has the program been around for?
Outdoor Adventures has been going strong at the University of Arizona for about a little less than 20 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes, it is.
What type of programs does it offer?
Oh, we offer a wide variety of outdoor trips. We do anything from backpacking, mountain climbing, sea kayaking, surfing, pretty much anything you can imagine outdoors.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how much would it cost to go surfing?
To go surfing, we're doing a trip during spring break, and it would cost $450.
Which is really cheap.
It is very cheap.
So what does that include?
It is an all-inclusive trip. Transportation, surfboard rentals, food, places to stay. It's all-inclusive.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Have you ever been on one before?
I have. I've just been on one since I'm a new hire here, but the trip was the Gila Box River, and we did whitewater canoeing for 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds incredible.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Is it only students that can do outdoor adventures?
No, anybody can do it. Even if you're not a student or a teacher at the University of Arizona, you can have friends and family sign up. It is a 10% add-on for those of people that aren't associated with the University of Arizona.
Okay, so how do you get involved in something like this?
Well, you just stop by our store, which is no longer in the rec center. It's across the parking lot to the east. And you just ask for a trip flyer and apply for some trips, and we'll ask you a couple questions, and you should be good to go.
Cool. Do you have anything else you would like to tell the students?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It'll probably be one of the best trips of your life, and it's a real great time.
Sounds like it. Maybe I'll go on one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Danny. Up next, we have your campus events. Stay tuned. You can sign up for any of the great trips next semester. But if your tastes are more towards robotics, there is another group on campus that can suit your needs. Welcome back. Hello, Corbin.
How do you do?
So tell us about the Robotics Club and what it does.
Well, the robotics team is actually stationed at a high school on the north side. It's not the university robotics team, but we're supported by the university both with mentors and financially some years. So the robot team is basically a group of students that gets together and we build robots, but they're not like battle bots. That's an important distinction. We're not battle bots. We build big robots. They're like 6 feet tall, 3 feet long, and 2 feet wide. So they're people sized, and they play a game just like soccer or basketball or anything else. Only it's a different game every year. And the organization, FIRST, for Inspiration and Recognition for Science Technology, it's an acronym. They give us the game every year, and then we build the robot and we go and compete. But we've only got 6 weeks to do it, so it's a pretty intense process.
Wow. So what is your position?
I'm a mentor on the team, a first-year mentor, but I've been with the team for 6 years now. I started in 8th grade, and then all through high school, I built robots, and now I come back, I go to the U of A, and I come back and help them out and teach them how to weld and stuff like that.
Wow. So how many people are on the team?
We have about 30 students and maybe 4 or 5 mentors, but when it comes down to it, there's really only 10 people that are doing all the work, because that's how everything works. But yeah, it's not a huge team, but it's a huge job anyway.
Yeah. How are you guys funded?
Well, we solicit funding from big corporations and lots of places. Let's see, Raytheon funds us and IBM and stuff like that. It's a huge budget project. It takes just to build the robots about $4,000, but we have to buy mills and welders, and those things are thousands of dollars, and competition fees are $6,000. So it's like a $30,000 budget that we try and reach every year. And then what we aren't able to get with other companies, the school that hosts the team, Sonoran Science Academy, they back the budget. So whatever we can't get for ourselves, they give to us.
Cool. Sounds really interesting. So if one of the students here at University of Arizona wants to join, how can they do that?
Well, it's a high school only robotics team, but we do accept mentors. And so a lot of engineering students come to us and want to help us out and that sort of thing. And that's not only a great thing for the students on the team to get their experience and their interest, but it's also great for the engineers, because this is, at least from the engineers that I've talked to, this is kind of what they want to do in their lives. Working with metal and all that is something that engineers don't usually get to do. They usually design the parts and give it to somebody else. So this is sort of practical application of everything that they're learning.
Okay.
So it's really good.
Can anybody come watch? Because I think I want to.
Oh, definitely. And the competitions are huge. The national competition is played this year. It was in Georgia Dome, which is where the Olympics was when it was in Georgia.
Wow.
So it's like thousands of people here, and there's a local competition in Phoenix every year, and thousands of people come to that too, and anybody can go and watch. And you can find out more about the competitions and about our team. I'll give you two websites: usfirst.org, that's the larger organization website, and then our team's website is crushton11.org.
Perfect. Well, I hope you guys heard that. Thanks, Corbin.
Not a problem. Glad to be on.
We need to take another break, but when we return, we will have your campus events. Stay tuned. We need to take another break, but when we return, we'll look back on what the Daily Dose has been up to this last semester. Stay tuned.
This is Wildcast. This is Daily Dose.
And the search is on for two new students to step up into the costumes of the U of A's most iconic pair. Plus, while Rebecca stunts like her daddy, Little Wayne is stunting in jail. All this and more. Today is Wednesday, January 23rd, and your Daily Dose starts now. To step up and step into the shoes of the U of A's favorite couple. The Arizona Athletics Department is seeking fun, energetic students to become the next Wilbur and Wilma Wildcat. Both mascots get the opportunity to travel to various events while also appearing at football and basketball games in addition to other select sporting events. The job occasionally requires appearances at Tucson events, from charity benefits to children's birthday parties. The chosen students will sign a 2-year commitment agreement to play the mascots as a part of the university's spirit team. Wilbur has been making appearances at UA sporting events since 1959, and Wilma was created by accident when costumers were designing another costume for Wilbur. The pair was married in a ceremony held in November of 1986, and they renewed their wedding vows in 2006 in celebration of their 20th anniversary together.
Welcome back, Arizona. You know what time it is. Ready? Bring a reusable cloth bag to the grocery store, the pharmacy, or even the bookstore. According to the Wall Street Journal, the U.S. goes through 100 billion plastic shopping bags annually, and an estimated 12 million barrels of oil is required to make that many plastic bags. Think about it. That was your Globally Cool tip of the day. Don't forget that it's cool to care.
The Patriots are currently favored by 14 points in the Super Bowl. So watch where you spend that money. Not that gambling's legal, so you shouldn't do it. But speaking of Tom Brady, he was seen 2 days ago sporting a walking boot on his right foot, seemingly because of an injury, which could have many Patriots fans worried their NFL MVP may be a little shaky in the big game. But don't worry too much there, kids. Yesterday, Brady was seen, and he had no boot on, just some hot boot tea, because he was with his goddess of a gal, Giselle. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry for that one. While the Super Bowl isn't happening until February 3rd, you'll get first-hand coverage from two of UATV's sexiest and only sports reporters, myself, as seen here, modeling in my top sledding gear, and my esteemed colleague Andy Greenberg, right there, will be at Super Bowl Media Day in Glendale to interview the players and coaches from both teams to find out everything from their game plans to who their favorite Spice Girl is. And we'll bring that up-and-close personal footage back to you. What could be better?
Good evening, Wildcast. I'm Rebecca Greenwald. This past weekend, I was able to attend the Tucson Takeover concert. Check it out.
The multi-platinum mogulist Lil Wayne was two-time Hip Hop Award winner at the 2007 BET Awards. In 2004, the rapper's highest-selling CD, The Carter, sold 878,000 CDs. His next CD, Carter 3, comes out March 18, 2008.
Thank you.
Hello, Wildcats. I'm Amy Wiesnick, and this is your weather, whether you like it or not. All right, so I had my little experiment going on with AccuWeather.com because they predict the weather on their website for the next 15 days, which really blows me away and inspires me to become a meteorologist, my dream job. So a couple of weeks ago, AccuWeather.com said the weather for today, February 26, 2008, would be mostly sunny with a high of 66 and low of 46. Okay, so without further ado, let me tell you what today's actual high and low was. The low's 47 and today's high was 76. Okay, so not too bad, AccuWeather.com. You're only off in your high temperature by 10 degrees, 66, 76. I'll forgive you on this one, and I will still get my weather from AccuWeather.com because I think their graphics are pretty cool.
Well, that's all the time I got for you, Wildcats. Keep tuning into Daily Dose every Monday and Wednesday to see all the best news and all the best-looking anchors.
For all of us here at UATV3, I'm Carrie Sherman.
And I'm Spencer Lubitz.
And that was your Daily Dose.
Well, Wildcats, that is the end of the wrap-up show and the end of the semester. Congratulations to all you graduating seniors, and we'll see you, the rest of you, next summer. But when we come back next year, we will have a new host, Spencer Lubitz. And to all you viewers out there, good luck on your finals and have a great summer.